Hello and welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today, you read the title right, we're going to be reacting to bad reviews for classic albums. I've done one for Number of the Beast, which triggered me, and I've done one for Raining Blood, and we got to do one for Metallica. So today we're going to be doing Master of Puppets, going to read some bad reviews from Encyclopedia Metallum and some other sources, and we're just going to have a good time, we're going to have a laugh, we're going to do it on the spot. So let's see what we can find. So Woolly Wool gave it a 50%, that's a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 from Master of Puppets, that's already on a shaky start, but let's see what he has to say. He said the album became the most overrated, overhyped, and overblown album of the whole 1980s. The whole 1980s? Damn, that's a lot of albums. That's a lot of albums. I don't know if it would be the most overblown and overrated, but I'm not triggered yet. It's fine. Opinions and all that. Let's keep reading. He says Kirk Hammett is the worst performer of the bunch. A shreddy non-entity. How can it be a non-entity? He's a human. Let's keep reading. Plays pentatonic scales and blue licks fast, but not that fast. He says it works on the first two albums because of Me Angry, but not on anything that follows. So, okay, Kirk Hammett the worst? I'm not too sure about that. I don't know about that. I think Lars is, unanimously the worst, but even then, he still has some, good drum solos and all that. But Kirk, I don't know why he's shitting on Kirk, but it goes further than that. He starts shitting on Cliff Burton for some reason. Cliff Burton's talent is nearly as overrated as Metallica itself. Ooh. Burton having ascended after his untimely death to the pantheon of bass gods, having done little, if anything, to justify being put in the same company as the other gods. I don't know. He was a fucking great bassist. So I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking out his ass there. He's saying just because he hasn't done a lot, because he fucking died young, that he's not as good. Well, he didn't have time to become the bass god. He was already fucking fantastic as he was there. And he would only get better. So I don't like that. Nah, that's bullshit. That's some bullshit right there. That's semi-triggering. Semi-triggering. But we'll carry on. If you're a sheltered middle American white kid raised entirely on your parents' rock music, it sure looks like an advance in sophistication. Metallica have 8-minute long songs. Wow. Yeah, there's an instrumental. But it's not complex, harsh, or dissonant. It didn't push boundaries. Didn't advance the genre, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I get the gist of this review. He's salty, but he puts his points across. So it can't be too mad, but the Cliff Burton part, that's fucking out of line. And so is the Kirk part. Like, they're actually great musicians. Just because you don't like the fucking music, you don't think it revolutionized anything, I can deal with that. But the musicians are good. Kirk's great. Cliff was amazing. So, aside from that point, yeah, let's move on to some other reviews. A guy called West Ham, I wonder if he likes the football team, he gave it 25%. 25 out of 100 for Master of Puppets. That's a fucking absurd. I'm fucking absurd, that is. Let's read what he fucking has to say about his abysmal score. The ridiculously boring new Metallica album is out this week. And with that, I decided to revisit some of their old albums, including Master of Puppets. Oh, that's funny. Starting off strong already. I love it. Okay, this guy's a fucking comedic genius. It's by no means the worst Metallica album, because at least half the discography is truly terrible. This fucking guy, he gets it. But it's certainly not the best, and certainly not a masterpiece of heavy metal. The dumb acoustic opening on the first song, Battery, puzzles me. I've never heard anyone shit-talk Battery. That fucking song's killer. That's one of the best songs off the album. Why would you shit-talk Battery? Shit-talk one of the other songs. Come on. He says the drumming in it is terrible and the solo is boring. This is Battery we're talking about. We're talking about the same song. The high-intense Battery. Come on. It's one of the best Metallica songs. You shit-talk that, you must hate all the other Metallica songs. Because Battery is fucking intense and amazing. He does praise Cliff, though. He praises Cliff, so this guy, at least better than the other guy, praises Cliff. But he also says, aside from the middle part of Orion, the rest of the song's fucking boring. And nowhere near as good as Call of Cthulhu on Ride the Lightning. I agree. I do prefer Call of Cthulhu, but it's not boring. Orion's still a fucking fun song. Next up, I found one. Someone gave it 5%? 5 out of 100? That's dog shit tier. There's no way I'm going to entertain whatever the fuck he says in this, but let's do it because it's fun. So he says, Welcome Home Sanitarium is a whatchamacallit ballad that shouldn't exist. Sanitarium. So, Sanitarium's fucking awesome. Love that song. I hate ballads. I really do. I don't consider that a ballad. Fade to Black's a ballad. Nothing Else Matters is a ballad, but not Sanitarium. Sanitarium is not a ballad. Amazing song. Love it. They said the second half, side B, is filled with excessively long, lengthy songs that sound like a terrible rip-off from their previous albums. So the closing line basically sums up everything for this 5% review. This album has nothing interesting to contribute to the world of metal, but just some riffs for non-metal bands like Nirvana. It's just recommended for die-hard fans of the band. I don't know where he pulls that from. Where's that coming from? That it's only good if you like Nirvana, and the album's only good for die-hard fans of Metallica. He's pulling that out of his ass. He's so full of shit. He needs to unclog. He needs a plunger to get all that fucking shit out his ass so he can enjoy some music. Because it sounds like he's a bit stuck up his own ass. His head's like inverted and gone inside his own ass and he's just looking up. So Raf 1S, I think that's how they say her name, gave it 30%, 30 out of 100. Not quite as bad as 5 out of 100. But what he says is still funny. So let's read his review. So he says, for a thrash album, it severely lacks thrash. I agree with you with that one. Kill 'em all, fight fire with fire, shit like that. Ride the Lightning. Better thrash albums, I agree. But Master of Puppets, it's becoming more of just a heavy metal album rather than pure thrash, which I think is still good. Still good. Can't hold it down for that. He says whenever he hears Master, Master, the crowd chanting chorus, his face starts ticking and he starts getting annoyed because of how overplayed it is. Sure, it's an overplayed song, overplayed part. I'll give you that. Now this one triggered me because this is one of my favourite Metallica songs. Disposable Heroes suffers from too fucking longitis. The main riff is alright, but he even does it way better. The chorus gets special mention for being annoying as hell. You will do what I say when I say back to the front. Why does it go on 8 excruciating minutes? Oh, he's mad at this song. I don't know why. It's the best song on the album for me, personally. Best song on the album. The visionary instrumental Orion. People really fucking shit on Orion. Why, Lord? Why? This is the worst thing they did because it directly led to the future oral excrement. Saint Anger was nothing compared to this. I still like Saint Anger, but Orion's great. I mean, if you don't like instrumentals, sure. It's still a great listen. It's great to listen to. I love it. It's not as good as like Battery or Disposable Heroes or The Thing That Should Not Be, but still fine. Still enjoyable if you don't have patience, because that's what I found. A lot of people don't have fucking patience. They probably don't like prog. This guy does not like prog. This guy doesn't like power, probably. He just likes thrash. Because it just seems like he wants thrash and everything. And it is a thrash band, so I can understand it. But bands evolve. Just, instead of writing a fucking shitty review, just go listen to old Anthrax. Go listen to Exodus. Go listen to Municipal Waste. I don't know. Havoc. Toxic Holocaust. Whatever you want. There's plenty of thrash out there. And the final review we're going to do has a whopping 0%. 0 out of 100. I don't know how you could do that. 0 out of 100. This must trigger him something bad. Let's check out what he has to fucking say. So it's by Ultra Boris. Maybe it's a troll, but we'll see. It takes some damn good reasoning to give this album such a low rating. The 0 implies the absolute nadir of musicality, a level that can only be dreamt of by mere mortals as Fred Durst and your blender. Now, what in Satan's name could this album have possibly done to give it a 0? Well, it single-handedly ended heavy metal. Apparently, this album single-handedly ended heavy metal as we know it. So there's been no heavy metal since then. According to this guy, there's been no Mastodons, there's been no Gojiras, there's been no Lamb of Gods, there's been no Machine Heads, there's been nothing. If you can hear my dog barking, there's probably a postman outside. Go get him! This album is the Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirits of heavy metal. What are people comparing it to Nirvana? I don't understand. They're not even the same genre. But let's carry on. It brought heavy metal to its knees and castrated it mightily. Harsh words. He then goes on to praise Battery, so I don't know what the fucking guy's on. He's on crack. This guy's on crack, LSD, he's just seeing some shit. So let's see. Let's keep reading because this is interesting. Whoa. I got to read you this. Get your butts ready, because I'm going to get triggered for this one, because he goes off on a load of bands. This album didn't do anything to make metal better, or a more viable genre. Hell, by 1986, everything that was good about metal was pretty much already established. So, he's like one of those fucking old-timey people who, before the internet, before cars, was like, everything that's good has already been invented. You know, and they were still with fucking steam-powered shit. I mean, this is a trigger warning. Everything good about heavy metal had already been invented. So, I saw the good. Let's carry on with this rant, because it just gets better. It gets better. It was just a matter of time before all the stupid ideas for heavy metal reared their ugly heads and turned the scene into a self-parody. From the inane, mindless riffanoy of John Schaefer and Iced Earth, it's hating on Iced Earth now for some fucking reason, to the stupid dynamic mismanagement of a million bands ranging from a misplaced melodicism of the Gothenburg scene to the awful monotony of Opeth. Hey, you don't shit on my favourite band, you fucker. Monotony? Fuck off, you Fanni. Fuck off. Yeah, I don't know why he's going off on a shitload of bands now. This guy, I can imagine him with like a big mustache. He's quite fat. He's got a top hat. He's just sat down like, everything that needs to be invented has already been invented. And he's like dying from fucking polio because they haven't made a new vaccine for it. He's probably in fucking Wuhan right now with the fucking coronavirus. Like, if it would have been invented, it would have been invented. I'll just die from this virus. And he fucking died. You know what I mean? What a fucking asshole. Fucking idiot. Fanni. This is fun. 0 out of 10? Come on. The fact that he went off on Opeth and Iced Earth. What? Comparing it to Nirvana? Master of Puppets to Nirvana? Fuck are you smoking? Right, I don't want to read anymore, but I'm going to get to the end of it. See what else he says. They said the third song corrupted Dimebag Darrell into being a groove monkey and spawned modern Pantera. So it's a good thing. Alright, let's get to the end. Let's get to the wrap-up. Let's get to it. Best not to listen to this, kids, if you have any decency, any individuality, any self-respect. This is why I gave this album a 0, because it is the album that will slowly draw you in and destroy you too. Let this be your warning. Let this be your warning. Heavy metal is dead. Heavy metal died in 1986. Heavy metal fucking died. There's no more heavy metal. So there's no point listening to like anyone on YouTube. Turn it all off. No more reactions. No Nightwish. There's no Sabaton. There's no Rammstein. You know, there's nothing. There's nothing. Heavy metal died. Heavy metal's dead. That's the moral of this video. Heavy metal's dead. Fucking cretin. So yeah, did you get triggered? Because I did. The last one triggered me to hell, and it was fun. It was an enjoyable time. Hopefully you guys had fun too. Let me know in the comments any albums you want me to check out people's reviews for, because this is a fun series. I love doing this. It's great to hear people rant, and it's all a bit of fun. You know, it's all a bit of fun. He's probably just trolling, but if he isn't, you might need a lobotomy. But yeah, great stuff from people. Great stuff. Let me know any albums you want me to do in the comments below. What did you think of the video and did you like it? And we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.